If you see a video of me from like 5 years ago where I'm in class and I laugh so hard that a snot rocket comes out of my nose, just know that it's AI, okay? I did not actually do that. AI is just getting really, really good.
I'm going to 7-Eleven with this bucket because today's date is 7-Eleven, which means you can bring any size cup you want and fill it up with Slurpee for free. I'm so excited.
Hello.
Absolutely not.
Aww.
Today is day 1 of trying to skateboard by only using my farts. Let's go. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Dang!
I went to a gender reveal party where they were cutting this cake to find out the gender of the baby, but instead of it being blue or pink on the inside, it was this color. Does that mean the baby's gonna be Caucasian?
My finger is turning really red for some reason, so I have a feeling I might be developing superpowers. So I'm gonna try running through a wall to test it. Okay, here we go.
Never buy clothes off Temu because I found some really cheap shirts on there the other week. So I was like, oh, I have to buy these. But they just arrived today, and this is what they look like. I look like I work at Victoria's Secret. Never buy clothes off Temu because I found some really cheap shirts on there the other week. So I was like, oh, I have to buy these. But they just arrived today, and this is what they look like. I look like I work at Victoria's Secret.
Have you ever compared answers with your classmates after taking a test and realized you definitely failed? Because I used to do this all the time until I figured out that nothing good comes from it. I remember there was this one specific test that I was super nervous for because I really needed to do good on it or else I would have to retake the class. So after it finished, I felt pretty confident about it until I heard some other kids comparing their answers. Because at first, I wasn't gonna stop, but then I heard someone say, what'd you get for question 3? And I remember that specific question being the most difficult one. So I paused to listen to what they said and they went, oh, I got 37.5. And the kid who asked the question went, okay, cool, that's what I got too. But my heart dropped when they said this because my answer was -2. But to make it worse, I didn't even know there could be a 0.5 in our answers. I thought we were supposed to round up. So when I got that test score back, let's just say I was not getting into Harvard anytime soon.
I just got into an Uber with a deaf driver, which means he can't hear a word I'm saying right now. So I've just been saying the craziest stuff the whole ride.
It's just me and you in the car. I'm gonna tickle you.
Hey, turn right here. Hey, turn.
Nobody talks about the difference in how people act in the beginning of the school year versus the end. Because in the beginning, I'm showing up to school in my freshest outfit, trying hard in my classes. Like if I don't have an A in all my classes in the beginning, I'm freaking out and I start working super hard to get the best grades possible. But when the second half of the year comes around, everything changes. I'm now showing up to school in sweats and a hoodie, if I even do show up. And now, I don't care what my grades are, as long as I'm passing. I remember one time at the end of the year, the teacher offered extra credit for anyone that needed it, and I did, because I was almost failing. And all you had to do was a worksheet that would literally take 10 minutes. And I didn't even do it because I was so done with school. The teacher even pulled me aside and she was like, Tyler, I really think you should do this worksheet. And I was like, no. I literally could have failed the class, but I still didn't do the extra credit because I was so done with school. This is why they need to make the school year shorter. We need a longer break. I'm so scared for the day we have a Gen Z president because there was a kid in my class last year who said he was gonna be president in the future. Like he was super confident about it and he was going to law school and everything. So at first I was like, yeah, you're a smart dude. Maybe you could be president one day. But then I saw him in the dining hall a few days later and he was eating food with his headphones in. So I peeked over his shoulder to see what he was watching. And you know what it was? He was watching one of those TikToks where they show a whole movie in like 500 parts with half the screen showing the movie and the other half showing a slime video. Our future presidents and governors are all watching brain rot content. We're doomed! And if this is how our first Gen Z president will be, just imagine what our first Gen Alpha president will be like. When that happens, I'm moving to a different country like Hawaii or something.
Growing up is so scary because I was just watching a soccer match and one of the players scored a really crazy goal. So I was like, dang, this guy's super good. But then the commentator said he was only born in 2006. 2006? There's people that are 4 years younger than me scoring goals in front of the whole world? These clubs are literally competing to be the champions of Europe, and they got teenagers balling out. My parents must be so ashamed of me after watching them. Growing up is so scary because I was just watching a soccer match, and one of the players scored a really crazy goal. So I was like, dang, this guy's super good. But then the commentator said he was only born in 2006. 2006? There's people that are 4 years younger than me scoring goals in front of the whole world? These clubs are literally competing to be the champions of Europe, and they got teenagers balling out. My parents must be so ashamed of me after watching them. I just made a little kid cry on an airplane because I kept farting during the flight, but I didn't want people to think it was me, so I covered my nose. And the little kid's mom that was sitting next to me looks at her son and goes, Rylan, stop doing that. Rylan, thank you for your sacrifice. To all the people out there who get made fun of for having an iron deficiency like me, it's time we start standing up for ourselves, okay? Wait, never mind.
My mom told me I need to know how tampons work in case I ever get a girlfriend. So I'm gonna put this in water and see what it does. Okay, so I think I push this part down like a push pop. There we go. And now I put it in the water. Here we go. What the? This is
is what happens in a girl's hoo-ha?
Nobody talks about the difference between a girl's comment section when they post versus a guy's. Like, they're both crazy, but in different ways. Because for girls, they'll post a selfie and the comments will be something like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty, I'm literally gonna punch a hole in the wall. I'm literally ovulating looking at this. And as a guy, when I see that, I'm like, damn, are you complimenting them or threatening them? But when a guy posts a picture, the comment section is just straight up freaky. Like, what do you mean I literally just posted a flick of me smiling like this? And you drop a comment on it saying, I'm gonna touch you. But that's not even as bad as one I just got the other day that said, it's all over my screen. I didn't even know what that comment meant at first until someone explained it to me. My parents follow me on here, dog. Why do you keep commenting such freaky stuff that I have to explain to them?
Have you ever noticed the difference between how boys are on the last day of school versus girls? Because the girls always seem to be super sad. Like, since they're not gonna see a lot of their friends over summer, they might be crying or hugging each other, saying they should hang out when they know that's definitely not gonna happen. But for some reason, boys don't experience any of those feelings because the way they act is completely different. Like, boys know that there's no consequences on the last day of school since you're not gonna be there again. So you can do something crazy. One time on the last day, this guy in my class had a really big crush on the teacher the whole year. So he literally brought flowers to school and asked her if she would go on a date with him. Sadly, she said no, because I guess she had a husband already or something. And the kid was 12, so that would have been pretty weird. But hey, those are the shots you take on the last day. If you see me driving on the road, do not throw cheese at my car! I made a video after the first time it happened, but that was a mistake because now I think people are doing it on purpose. Do you guys just drive with cheese in your cars? I was driving and I sneezed, so I swerved a little bit and the car next to me honked. But they didn't stop there. No, they sped up right next to me. And remember, they have tinted windows, so I can't see inside their car. And I was thinking this guy's either just about to flip me off or curse at me or something. So he rolls his window down, and what does he do? He throws a piece of cheese at my car, then rolls his window right back up without saying anything. Why do you even have cheese in your car? Are you going to a picnic or something? I can never fall asleep unless I'm cuddling with something, but I don't have a girlfriend, so instead, I just cuddle with different foods every night. Like tonight, I'm doing it with a box of cereal. Last night was a whole rotisserie chicken. I cut this wire in my car because it kept making a weird noise. But after I did this, the noise stopped. So I think I fixed the problem. But the only weird thing now is my brakes feel kind of different. Oh well. A girl just invited me over to her house, but she told me to bring protection, and I don't know what that means, so I just grabbed the best protection I could find and put on a helmet. Why'd she even say that? Are we gonna be playing baseball or something? I would never win if I was in Squid Game, because I tried doing the cookie challenge, but right as I was about to start, I realized I was pretty hungry, and this looks pretty good, so I took a bite out of it. I'd be so cooked. I just got kicked out of Home Depot because I was using the toilet, but it turns out you're only supposed to use the ones that are in the bathroom, not the ones that are available to buy. Why didn't they clarify that? I just joined my first gang, so they gave me this really cool do-rag, and today, we're gonna go spin the block on our ops. I don't know what that means, but it sounds super fun. Can someone tell me if what I'm about to do is a sign of autism? Because I showed this to my friend, and he said it is. So here we go.
I swallowed some helium to change my voice, but it's been 10 minutes now, and my voice still hasn't gone back to normal. Am I just gonna sound like this forever?
Boy, what the hell, boy?
To the little kid who was just running around at Chick-fil-A and then started crying after he tripped over my foot, I may or may not have stuck my foot out on purpose. I do apologize. I just found out that I passed away a couple days ago, so can you guys please comment how funny and beautiful you thought I was when I was alive? Also, if any of you had a crush on me, feel free to confess it now that I'm gone, because I won't know. My ice cream cone is melting, but I can't lick it yet because I haven't found a good video to watch while eating it, and I physically cannot eat without watching a video. What do? I couldn't find a video. If my family only wanted to eat chocolate ice cream, why didn't they just get a tub full of that flavor? Instead, they got Neapolitan, and no one wants to eat any of the other flavors. I was trying to scoop this ice cream, but it's so frozen that it literally broke my spoon. This is impossible. My friend told me to take a drink of this milk, so I did, but after I took a sip, he started laughing. So I asked him what was so funny, and that's when he told me that whoever drinks this becomes America's #1 creamer. I am not a creamer. I don't do that weird stuff. I accidentally fell asleep with my AirPods in, but I just woke up because I heard someone laughing. So I quickly looked around, and that's when I realized the laugh wasn't coming from outside. It was coming from my phone playing Thriller by Michael Jackson through my AirPods. I had a teacher that passed away during the school year one time, and the next day, my friend's baby brother was born. But the weird thing was, his newborn brother would always do this movement with his pinky, which was the exact same thing our teacher would do. So my friend is convinced to this day that after our teacher passed away, he came back in the form of his baby brother. And I don't know what to believe. I just got McDonald's BTS meal, and apparently you're supposed to feel like one of the members of the band when you eat it, but I don't think that's true, so let's try it. 이거 좀 대박이야. 전남 BTS 무사랑해요. You ain't a real milkaholic unless you've drank it using this straw, so let's try it. I just got this fake rock to put my house key in, and then when I shut it, I can hide it in my front yard, and no one will know it's there. Let's go try it.
Oh yeah, now no one's gonna rob my house.
Is it just me, or does anyone else have to make the ice cream tub even before they stop eating it? Because I'm not even hungry anymore, but I have to eat more because it's not flat yet. Still not flat yet. Gotta keep going. Okay, I think it's flat now. I sprained my wrist punching the wall, so now whenever I'm angry, I just blow bubbles and start punching them to get my anger out. It really helps, look. Yeah, take that. Oh, stupid bubbles. I lost my phone at the movie theaters yesterday, and I just went back to ask the employees if they had it, and they did. But this phone was missing for over 40 hours, and the moment I got it back, I turned it on, and guess what? 0 notifications. Who wanna hang out? Seriously. I'm starting to become schizophrenic because my Alexa keeps making these weird laughing noises when I'm not asking. Do you hear that?
Alexa, stop.
Bro, what? I was just driving in the rain, but then I got to a stop sign and this old man started to walk across. So I was letting him go, but I accidentally turned on my windshield wipers right as he was crossing and it flung all the water on him. And I tried to apologize. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. But he was like, no, it's okay. Don't even worry about it. He was so nice, which made it even worse. Like, call me stupid or something. Don't say it's okay. I was just driving in the rain, but then I got to a stop sign and this old man started to walk across. So I was letting him go, but I accidentally turned on my windshield wipers right as he was crossing and it flung all the water on him. And I tried to apologize. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. But he was like, no, it's okay. Don't even worry about it. He was so nice, which made it even worse. Like, call me stupid or something. Don't say it's okay. I just got a comment on one of my videos from someone that said they can tell I'm super unathletic. So I'm gonna do a backflip to prove to you guys that that is not true. Here we go. I just got a comment on one of my videos from someone that said they can tell I'm super unathletic. So I'm gonna do a backflip to prove to you guys that that is not true. Here we go. If you see a picture online of me doing this pose, please know that it is not a gang sign. Because I got a DM last night saying, hey Tyler, why are you throwing up gang signs in pictures with fans now? But that's not what this is. It means 6'7". Stop trying to get me in trouble. I hate being a picky eater because my friend got me this weird looking ball because he wants me to try new foods. But when I asked what it is, you know what he said? Deer testicles. I am not eating this. I took a DNA test last week, but I just got the results back today, and it turns out I'm 2% Brazilian. I don't even know how to react to this.
Yes, sir. I love my country. Go Brazil!
I just tried recording a video of myself working out because I thought I looked really good, but when I watched it back, it just looked super inappropriate. Look. Nobody talks about how scary it is when your mom picks you up from school because you're sick. Like, I don't think I've ever seen my mom as mad as when this would happen because she never believed that I was actually not feeling good. She just thought I wanted to go home. So she would be like, you made me miss watching my TV shows because you have a cough. But what was funny is if I made any sort of noise on the drive home, she would be like, I don't want to hear sound out of you. If you're sick, you shouldn't be making noise. Then when we would actually get home, I had to give her my phone, my PlayStation, my TV, my kidney. She would always say if I was actually sick, I should just lay down the whole day and not do anything. One time I even farted on the way back from school, and she asked why I did that if I was really sick. It's like being in prison when you go home sick. I love you though, Mom. Hi, I'm Tyler Vitelli. I was nominated to do the Ice Bucket Challenge by my friends Nick and Aubrey. Here's the ice bucket. As you can see, I nominate LeBron James, World of T-Shirts, Jadion, Dax Flame, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, and Anthony. Here we go. And this is for mental health, by the way, so yeah, here we go. Oh my God. Does anyone know how long it takes for a stop sign to turn green? Because I've been waiting at this one for like 6 or 7 minutes and it's still red. So I think I'm about to just break the law and run it. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm such a rebel. My friend's dog ran away, so he asked me to post about it, but he doesn't have any pictures of the actual dog. So if you guys see a dog out there that kind of looks like this, let me know because it might be his. It might not be too though. The best part about being unemployed is that you can walk everywhere because you have so much free time. I'm currently walking from Los Angeles to Hawaii. The best part about being unemployed is that you can walk everywhere because you have so much free time. I'm currently walking from Los Angeles to Hawaii. My dog got neutered, so he's supposed to wear this cone, but he refuses to wear it unless I wear one too. But the only problem is, it's super hard to walk anywhere in these things. Look. My tire just fell off my car while I was driving, but I don't know anything about cars, so I can't fix it. So if you see me on the road, can you please give me a ride home? Someone just DM'd me a video of them talking in sign language, but obviously I didn't know what they were saying because I don't know sign language. So I told them that, and they responded by telling me that they were signaling the phrase, "You will be single forever." So I was like, oh, haha, very funny. And then I asked them if they were deaf. But you know what they said? They said, no, I just learned this so I could roast you. You guys are learning new languages just to cook me? A random lady just came up to me and gave me this flower, but when I asked her why, she said it's because most men never receive flowers in their life until the day they die. And then she just walked away. So like, is she saying I'm gonna die soon? I just saw a video where someone made an edit of me and it looked really cool. So can y'all make more edits of me? I'll even do some poses for it right now. Here we go. This is my impression of a goalkeeper trying to block a shot from Lionel Messi. Here we go. I'm about to read a horror book for the first time, but I heard it's really scary, so I hope I can get through it. Here we go. He turned around and the ghost said, boo. Oh my gosh. Why did they jump scare me like that? This is day one of stealing stuff from the gym to make my own home gym. Here we go. I hate being left-handed because I just tried opening the fridge, but refrigerators are built for right-handed people. So this is what I did. If you could teleport, but only as far as you can throw a piece of your clothing, what would you throw first? Because personally, I think I would use my shirt. I just met LeBron a couple minutes ago, and I really wanted an autograph, but I didn't have a pen. So instead, I just asked him to sign his name in my notes app. Look, I can't believe I got his real autograph. How much do you think this is worth? I was trying to learn how to skateboard, but I kept falling, so I switched it up and tried doing it on my back instead. But now, I can't stop! How do I stop? The bee I kidnapped the other day has unfortunately passed away. My dog farted on it, and I guess it couldn't take the smell, so it dropped dead right there. To all the bees out there, I'm sorry this happened, but it wasn't my fault. Please forgive me. My friend just FaceTimed me out of nowhere, and I wanted to be funny, so I answered the call doing this pose. But after I answered, I could tell he didn't think that was funny, so I was like, oh, what's wrong? And it turns out he was FaceTiming me to tell me that he couldn't go to the beach with me this weekend because his aunt passed away. Last time I tried doing that, I almost just got kicked out of the airport because someone airdropped me a video while I was waiting for my flight. And being the curious person I am, I accepted it. But this was a big mistake because with my phone on full volume, this was the video that played.
There's a bomb strapped to my chest! It's gonna explode!
My friend just FaceTimed me out of nowhere and I wanted to be funny, so I answered the call doing this pose. But after I answered, I could tell he didn't think that was funny, so I was like, oh, what's wrong? And it turns out he was FaceTiming me to tell me that he couldn't go to the beach with me this weekend because his aunt passed away. Last time I tried doing that, I was just watching the show, but after about 10 minutes, I realized the characters' voices sounded kind of weird. And that's when I figured out it was because I've been watching it in 1.5 speed the whole time without noticing. Look. My mom is making me clean the bathroom, but I've never done this before, so I just mixed a bunch of random chemicals together and started to clean. But now, I feel really lightheaded. Does anyone know what's happening to me? I just got a text from my friend telling me happy birthday, but my birthday isn't for another 8 months, so I texted him back saying, what are you talking about? And he was like, isn't today your birthday? And I said, no, where did you hear that? And he told me he got a notification on Snapchat saying that it was. So I had to explain to him that I just set my birthday as a random day on there. But you know what's funny about this? We've known each other since we were 7 years old, and he's been to my birthday party multiple times, yet he still didn't know my actual birthday. I'm going to rob a bank today because I want to be arrested and put in jail so I can have a really cool mugshot picture taken of me. I even just did my skincare routine, so hopefully I look really good in it. I tried doing mouth taping to help me sleep, but I didn't realize you're not supposed to use duct tape for this. So this was my reaction to trying to take it off. To the cop who just pulled me over and gave me a ticket, I did not deserve this. I was only going 2 miles per hour over the speed limit. And sure, maybe I also crashed into a stop sign, but that's besides the point. To the cop who just pulled me over and gave me a ticket, I did not deserve this. I was only going 2 miles per hour over the speed limit. And sure, maybe I also crashed into a stop sign, but that's besides the point. No matter how hard I try, I just can't stop drinking it. I think I'm a milkaholic. I just tried a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for the first time ever, and these things are so good. What are in these? Seriously, I need the recipe. If you know how to make these, please tell me what's in these. I just tried a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for the first time ever, and these things are so good. What are in these? Seriously, I need the recipe. If you know how to make these, please tell me what's in these. I hate having intrusive thoughts because I was getting ready this morning, but as I was putting deodorant on, I was like, you know what? This looks pretty tasty. So I took a bite out of it, and guess what? It's not nearly as tasty as it looks. I mean, the good part is my breath is super minty now, see? But unfortunately, my mouth is also burning very bad. What do? I just got kicked out of the gym for sweating on the machines too much, so I came to the park to try using these ones, but I've never used them before, so I'm trying to figure out how to do it. I don't think I'm doing it right. If you ever think you're a big back, just know that my dad put these pieces of candy on the ground because he's trying to catch a rat that's in our house. But I'm so big that I literally just started eating the candy off the floor. I got outsmarted by a rat. A random man just put a penny in my lemonade without saying anything, and then he walked away. So at first I was like, hey, why'd you do that? You ruined my drink. But then I realized it's because he thought I was homeless. Look at me. I'm sitting outside of a Walmart parking lot. I have my hoodie on with a cup in my hand. Of course he thought I was begging for money. When I asked a restaurant if I could order an egg and cheese sandwich to go, I did not think they were just gonna give me the ingredients. If this was what I wanted, I would have just gone to the grocery store. I tried ordering a salad from McDonald's, but the employees must have misheard me because instead they gave me a crumble cookie. I really don't want to eat this, but I can't waste food, so I guess I have to. When I asked for a burger with nothing on it except onions, I did not literally mean just onions. I still want the burger patty. This is just a piece of bread. I think I just got threatened by a fortune cookie because I was eating my panda and I was super excited to open my fortune. But when I did, this is what it said. Your house will be TP'd overnight by teenagers, but worse, the toilet paper will be used. Who would do that? To the worker at Subway who asked if I would like to leave a tip after ordering, we made the sandwich together. Why would I do that? If anything, I should be getting paid too. To the worker at Subway who asked if I would like to leave a tip after ordering, we made the sandwich together. Why would I do that? If anything, I should be getting paid too. I wasn't gonna get crumble cookie today, but then I remembered that Abraham Lincoln passed away, and I miss him so much. So Abraham, this one is for you. I just found out my mom has been growing mushrooms in our backyard without telling me. What kind of underground cartel business are you running, Mom? I don't even recognize you anymore. I just found out that my mom vapes because I saw this in her room. But I know so many people that have gotten health problems from vaping, so Mom, I'm throwing this away. It's for your own good. I just found out that my mom vapes because I saw this in her room. But I know so many people that have gotten health problems from vaping, so Mom, I'm throwing this away. It's for your own good. I accidentally kidnapped someone's cat the other day because I was at the veterinarian since my cat needed shots. But after they finished, they gave him back to me in this big box and said he was sleeping. So I just figured I would let him rest and not take him out of the box until I was about halfway home because I heard him meow. But my cat has a really high-pitched meow, and this one was more like meow. So I opened that box as quick as possible, and it wasn't my cat. I took it back, and the vet was like, oops, we mixed it up. What? I accidentally kidnapped someone's cat the other day because I was at the veterinarian since my cat needed shots. But after they finished, they gave him back to me in this big box and said he was sleeping. So I just figured I would let him rest and not take him out of the box until I was about halfway home because I heard him meow. But my cat has a really high-pitched meow, and this one was more like meow. So I opened that box as quick as possible, and it wasn't my cat. I took it back, and the vet was like, oops, we mixed it up. What? Would any ladies like to come Netflix and chill with me? We could watch whatever you want on this bad boy. Boss Baby, Minecraft movie. It will be in black and white though, just so you know. Would any ladies like to come Netflix and chill with me? We could watch whatever you want on this bad boy. Boss Baby, Minecraft movie. It will be in black and white though, just so you know. I just saw an old lady crying, so I went up to her and asked what was wrong, and she told me that she just lost $200. And I felt so bad that I decided to give her $10 out of the $200 I just found on the ground. I just saw an old lady crying, so I went up to her and asked what was wrong, and she told me that she just lost $200. And I felt so bad that I decided to give her $10 out of the $200 I just found on the ground. I made a promise that I was gonna try fixing my sleep schedule tonight, but now it's 3 a.m. and I just made Dubai chocolate from scratch, so let's try it. This is why I don't cook. I just took a flight to Australia, but when I got off the plane, nobody sounded Australian. So I looked at my Maps app, and that's when I realized I didn't book a flight to Australia. I booked one to Austria. What language do they even speak here? If you're ever thinking about moving out of your parents' house, don't do it, because I ran out of soap, but I needed to wash my hands. So I just stick this dispenser in the bar of soap from my shower. Will this even work? Oh wait, hold on, I might be a genius. To all the Japanese people out there, I recently discovered anime and I really like it. So as a thank you for creating these wonderful shows, I've made an American version of sushi. Arigato. To all the Latinas out there, would any of you be interested in dating a white boy? I even blended our cultures by making a peanut butter and jelly tortilla. Let me know.
Please, I'm desperate.
If you see a video online of me getting interviewed in public, please don't watch it. Because a street interviewer just came up to me while I'm in Vegas and asked me the question, if I could get rid of one thing in the world, what would it be? But I got nervous, so I just said the first thing that came to mind, which was wind. And I thought that was a decent answer. Until he asked the same question to a girl behind me, and you know what her response was? World hunger. And I said the wind. I was just eating this chili and it made my stomach hurt really bad. But a couple days ago, this girl told me that her stomach hurt. And when I asked why, she said it was because she was ovulating. So that must be what I'm doing right now too. I was just eating this chili and it made my stomach hurt really bad. But a couple days ago, this girl told me that her stomach hurt. And when I asked why, she said it was because she was ovulating. So that must be what I'm doing right now too. I just tried paying for the person's order behind me at Taco Bell, but then the employee told me what they got, and it sounded really good. So since I paid for it, I just took their food too. I'm sorry, man. Nobody talks about how embarrassing it is when you make an internet reference to your friends and they don't understand it. Because you can't even explain it to them either without sounding like a psychopath. Like one of my friends went to see the Minecraft movie yesterday, so we were all talking about it. And he mentioned how the movie itself wasn't good, but Jack Black was funny. So then out of nowhere, I blurted out, chicken jockey. And I thought that would have made him laugh, but instead, he just looked at me like I had Tourette's. Then everyone in the group was like, what was that? So then I was like, it's a reference from the movie. You don't remember? Because I thought he would have understood it since he literally just watched it, but he was like, oh no, I don't know what that means. It's times like this where I forget that not everyone is as chronically online as me. A lady came up to me today and asked if I could take a picture with her daughter. So I said yes, but after we took it, we started talking and eventually she asked where I was from. So I told her California. And then I asked her, where are you from? And she told me, Korea. But you know what I said next? I said, oh, north or south? It was south, by the way. I just saw two little kids holding hands, and it made me think how much I miss being young and in love. Like, if I could switch places with that kid right now, I would. Not because I want to hold hands with a 12-year-old. I just miss being a child. Okay? I'm gonna stop talking now. I just saw two little kids holding hands, and it made me think how much I miss being young and in love. Like, if I could switch places with that kid right now, I would. Not because I want to hold hands with a 12-year-old. I just miss being a child. Okay? I'm gonna stop talking now. To the person who told me to shop at thrift stores because they have the best clothes, you are a liar. Because I went to the thrift store today, and tell me why this was the only shirt I could find. What am I gonna wear this to? A wedding? Probably. If you're ever feeling bored, just sign your friends up for the military. Because I asked my friend if he wanted to hang out today, but he said no. So I just signed him up for the Navy. Good luck, bro. Can someone make an edit to make it look like I scored a really cool goal? Here we go. I just got an invitation to my friend's wedding, but inside the card, it tells me to wear a suit and not a white dress. I thought what we had was special, Michael. I just found a bunch of coins sitting at the bottom of a water fountain, so I picked them all up, and now I'm gonna go buy a pizza. I don't know if someone accidentally dropped them in there or something, but it looks like it's my lucky day. If you're ever thinking of living somewhere where it gets super windy, don't do it, because I came outside for 5 seconds to go from my house to the car, and look what my hair looks like. I look like the things from the Trolls movie! I just found out that my doctor follows me on social media, but he got angry at me last time I saw him because I told him I never eat vegetables. So now, I gotta start pretending I like these so he doesn't get mad at me again. Look at me, Dr. Sheridan. I love vegetables. If you're ever thinking of living somewhere where it gets super windy, don't do it. Because I came outside for 5 seconds to go from my house to the car, and look what my hair looks like. I look like the things from the Trolls movie! If you see a clip of me getting interviewed at the beach, don't watch it. Because I just got asked by an interviewer if I could be born in any other country besides the US, where would I be born? And I said, nowhere. But then the interviewer was like, not even like Italy or something? And I said, no, because I don't speak Italian. He just looked at me like I was hopeless. I'm currently getting canceled by one person because they sent me a DM that said, why'd you like this post, weirdo? Then they sent the post they were referring to, so I clicked on it to see what it was, and now I understand why they're trying to cancel me. Because the post was a picture of this cute dog that said, like this photo, ... So I liked it. But what I didn't notice the first time was that there was a second slide which said, if you think Diddy should be free. I didn't read that part because I always like posts after looking at them for 1 millisecond and then scroll. So if you ever see me liking posts that start out wholesome but then turn freaky, just know I didn't read the whole thing, okay? I'm not allowed to stop studying until this ice melts. Here we go. Okay, this is never gonna melt. I need something to heat up the ice quicker. This is why I love Whiteout Survival. Whenever I'm playing that game, I can just use the furnace to heat up the whole town. Wait, a furnace isn't a bad idea. Come on, come on.
To all the people who told me to go outside and touch grass, thank you for saying that because I tried it out for the first time and this is actually pretty nice.
I can't wait to eat this Nature Valley bar. Let's open it. Why do I even try? This bag of chips says it's zesty flavored, but they don't look zesty, so let's see. Wait, no, that is zesty. Oh my gosh, period. I just saw a really buff guy doing this exercise where you put this band on your foot and then you pull it up to... Someone stole my phone last night, but I still need to be able to talk to my friends, so now we're just communicating using a cup and a string. Hey, Jerry, can you hear me? If I miss this shot, I have to oil up on camera. Here we go. I'm cooking food at 2 a.m., but my parents are sleeping, so I'm gonna try to stop the microwave timer at 1 second so it doesn't wake them up. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I got stung by a bee on the lips because I stole their home and now they're fighting back. So to all the bees watching this, I hope you know my next response is gonna be explosive. Did I just say I wanna have a 6-pack before summer 2 hours ago? Yes. Am I now eating an ice cream cone with 5 scoops on it? Maybe. Did I just say I wanna have a 6-pack before summer 2 hours ago? Yes. Am I now eating an ice cream cone with 5 scoops on it? Maybe. I just found out that our phones listen to everything we say, and then they show us videos about what we're talking about right after. So I'm gonna test to see if this works. LeBron oiled up, LeBron oiled up, LeBron oiled up, LeBron oiled up. Oh, you think you're having a bad day? Well, I just dislocated my finger playing basketball, and then when I got home, I walked into the kitchen to get a snack, and what do I see? My mom's making dinner using the crock pot! Could this day get any worse? My alarm clock didn't go off this morning, so I missed my flight, and I didn't know why this happened at first because I vividly remembered setting it for 7 a.m. But then I realized I was super tired last night when I did this, so I didn't set my alarm in the clock app. No, I set it in the calculator app! To all the bees who keep trying to sting me, you guys have given me no choice but to steal your house. I tried being nice, but you keep harassing me, so now this is war. I just saw a video of my barber having surgery today, but the scary part is, I have a haircut appointment with him scheduled tomorrow, and he didn't postpone it. Do I still go to it or what? He could barely speak in the video he posted. I know he's gonna cook me. I'm so scared. I downloaded an app called Grindr because I thought it was for people that are grinding in life, but after creating a profile on it, I started scrolling through it, and that is not what it is for. Don't download it. I downloaded an app called Grindr because I thought it was for people that are grinding in life, but after creating a profile on it, I started scrolling through it, and that is not what it is for. Don't download it. The rumor that me and Anne Hathaway are dating is false. Whoever keeps spreading this misinformation, you need to stop. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of you guys believed it was true because you could definitely see us together, but it's not, for now. The rumor that me and Anne Hathaway are dating is false. Whoever keeps spreading this misinformation, you need to stop. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of you guys believed it was true because you could definitely see us together, but it's not, for now. I just got a shout out from Amber Alert. Look. UT Amber Alert, suspect is Tyler Vitelli, age 22. If observed, please call 911. Thanks for supporting me, Amber. I didn't know you were a fan of the content. How do people break up, then say they hate their ex? Because I know so many people who are like, my ex is the worst person on earth. My ex is so ugly. You literally chose to date them. A couple of months ago, you said you loved them. Do you know how much you have to like someone to date them? And now all of a sudden they're ugly? Like, why can't a relationship just end and both people say, oh, we just weren't a good match? Your ex doesn't always have to be the worst person on earth. Personally, I don't think it's a good look when you talk that negative about your ex. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. How do people break up, then say they hate their ex? Because I know so many people who are like, my ex is the worst person on earth. My ex is so ugly. You literally chose to date them. A couple of months ago, you said you loved them. Do you know how much you have to like someone to date them? And now all of a sudden they're ugly? Like, why can't a relationship just end and both people say, oh, we just weren't a good match? Your ex doesn't always have to be the worst person on earth. Personally, I don't think it's a good look when you talk that negative about your ex. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Why did no one tell me you guys named a street after me? I was just driving around, but then I see this sign and I'm thinking, wait, when did I give you guys permission to do this? You know what? It's whatever though. It's all good. I keep getting tagged in a video that accuses me of throwing my pet hamster off a balcony when I was younger. So when I saw this, I was like, what? That's not true. And I DM'd the person who made the video and was like, where'd you hear this information? And you know what they told me? They said, oh, I just made it up because I was bored. How are y'all so creative? This is a message for people who smell good that musty people can't hear. A girl just told me she would go on a date with me if I made a shot in basketball, but I got really nervous and this is what I did.
Dear basketball, from the moment I started rolling my dad's tube socks and shooting imaginary game-winning shots.
I just got sick because Five Guys have been destroying my guts all day. But on a totally unrelated note, I also got this burger from McDonald's. The best part about wearing glasses is that when you put them on, no one can tell what you're looking at. I tried using this new chair my dad got while he wasn't home, but I didn't know it flips over like this, and now I'm stuck and can't get out. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I just got a flat tire in the middle of nowhere, but then someone pulled up next to me, so I thought they were gonna help. But instead, they just said they liked my shoes and asked where I got them. And then when I told them, they just drove off. Can someone please help me? If old people in nursing homes like to listen to music from their generation like this,
You can ask the flowers. I sit for
does that mean when we're in nursing homes, we're gonna be listening to music like this?
wobbly wiggly, wobbly wiggly, wobbly wiggly. Ooh.
I cracked my phone today, and now every time I try to record a video, if I move too quickly, it like freezes. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go backwards, and when I move quickly across the screen, it'll freeze. Watch. Why did it freeze so early? I was messing around with the settings on my phone, and I accidentally changed the language to Japanese, but I can't read Japanese. I could barely read English, so I don't know how to change it back. I tried texting my dad asking how to fix this, but all my contacts are in Japanese now too. If any of you can read Japanese, please help me. My friend just texted me saying he's outside waiting to pick me up, so I told him I'll be out in 2 minutes. But how do I explain to him that I actually won't be outside in 2 minutes because I'm currently taking a bubble bath? My headphones just died while I was at the gym, so my music started playing out loud and everyone could hear it. But I had to leave right away because this was the song that was playing. My mom just texted me saying to come outside as quickly as possible because she has groceries and she needs me to help bring them in. So I put on the first pairs of shoes I could find, which were a sandal and a roller skate, and I got out here. But it's been 5 minutes now, and she's still not here. Where are you, Mom? If your friend ever calls you in the middle of the night, don't answer it, because my phone was ringing at 2 a.m. last night, so I awoke from my slumber to see who was calling me, and it was my friend. Now, this guy is not a night person, so I would have expected him to be sleeping, which made me think something serious must have been happening for him to be calling me at this time. So I nervously pick up the call, and I just hear a smacking sound. I say, hello, is anyone there? Then my friend finally goes, Tyler? And I say, yes. Then he says, hey, you have an air fryer, right? So I tell him I do. Then he responds with, can you tell me how to use this thing? I'm trying to reheat my pizza, but I've never used one of these before. First of all, you called and woke me up at 2 a.m. because you're reheating food and needed help. And second of all, it's an air fryer. You just put the food in and set the timer. I thought he was in danger or something. Meanwhile, this man was just going for a midnight snack. Never fall asleep with your phone on silent mode, because the other night I went to bed around 10 p.m. But in the morning when I woke up, I had like 15 text messages from my friend, including a couple photos. So I was thinking, what could he possibly be texting me this much about? But then I opened up the messages and they said things like, bro, get here ASAP. Where are you? Hurry up. So I still had no idea what he was talking about until I clicked on the photos he sent. And then my jaw dropped, because you know who was in these photos? LeBron James! Me and my friend live in LA, and he was randomly at the same restaurant as LeBron last night. And he knows LeBron is my glorious Pookie Bear honey bun, so he texted me trying to get me to come to the restaurant. But I was stupidly sleeping already, so I didn't see the messages until the morning. Do you know what I would have done to meet LeBron? I would have missed my own birth just to sniff the seat that LeBron was sitting in. Yet I didn't, all because my stupid phone was on silent. If you wake up in the middle of the night, do not go on your phone, because I was sleeping last night, but around 3 a.m. I woke up in that mode where you're kind of awake, but kind of still sleeping. So I didn't know it was real or not, but I checked my phone to see the time, and I saw that I got a text from my brother asking if I needed him to pick me up at the airport today, because I had a flight on that same day. So I texted him back saying, yes, please pick me up. And then I went to sleep again. But fast forward to this morning, I went to the airport, got on my flight, and when I landed, I texted my brother saying to let me know when he gets here, but he responded with, what? So I sent another message saying, I just landed, let me know when you're at the airport. Then he replies with, you never told me I was picking you up. So I'm like, yes, I did. I texted you last night. But then I looked at the previous messages and realized I never actually texted that. I hallucinated the whole thing. This was almost as bad as when I hallucinated going to the bathroom at 3 a.m. when in reality, I just wet the bed. If you're ever thinking about eating someone else's leftovers,
don't do it. Because in the middle of last night, I was starving. So I snuck into the kitchen to see what options we had, and that is when I saw my dad's leftover spaghetti. It looked delicious, so I start munching on it, but there was a problem. Because the spaghetti almost tasted like there was sand in it. Like I could literally feel these little flakes in my mouth whenever I took a bite, but I was so hungry that I did not care. I finished the rest of it, but sadly, about 30 minutes later, I realized how big of a mistake this was. Because my stomach started to really hurt, so I knew it was from the spaghetti, but I didn't know why. Until I looked on the kitchen counter and saw laxatives. My dad's been mixing these powder laxatives into his food lately to help with his colon. But my colon's fine. I don't need those, so I was on the toilet for the next hour. I almost fell asleep in there. Never take an old person to go see a horror movie, because I went to the movies last night, and when I arrived, I saw a lady that was probably 80 years old there with her grandson. But I don't think she knew this was gonna be a scary movie, because immediately, the movie starts with a jump scare in the first scene, and when it happened, she screamed. But this wasn't a one-time thing. Every time there was a slight jump scare, she would go, ah! So I was thinking, this lady's grandson needs to get her out of here before she has a heart attack. Like he must have been first in line in her will or something. But about 30 minutes into the movie, she stopped screaming. So I assumed she just got used to the jump scares, but that wasn't the case. Because I looked over at her, and now, she was sleeping. She went from screaming to sleeping all within the same hour. He should have just took her to bingo or something.
Can someone tell me why people don't microwave eggs? Because I feel like that would cook it way quicker. So let's try it. Never mind, guys, don't do that. The egg exploded.
Never share an AirPod with someone in school, because one time, before class started, my friend was like, hey, can I borrow one of your AirPods? I forgot mine. So I said yes, but that was a mistake because I was wearing the other AirPod. And he asked if he could choose the music we listened to during class. So I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. But I underestimated just how bad his music taste was, because right when class started, this man starts playing Friday by Rebecca Black. At first I'm like, oh, I get it. He's just trying to mess with me. But then I look over at him and he's bobbing his head completely locked into the song. I tried getting his attention to let him know that my ears were bleeding, but he wouldn't look at me. And he was playing it on full volume, so if I took it out of my ear, the whole class could hear it, which meant I either had to keep it in or take it out and get in trouble by the teacher. By the time class ended, I didn't even want the other AirPod back. Had a bunch of earwax in it anyway.
I don't care how old I get, the moment I hear that ice cream truck song, I'm running after it.
I got it.
To all the blind people who watch my videos, this message is for you. Thank you so much for watching all my videos, even though you can't see. I appreciate all the support. I love you. I just sent my friend a picture of this donut and told him how excited I was to eat it, but he responded back by saying that eating donuts is gross because of how unhealthy they are for you. But what's funny about that is, this man can't go 4 seconds without hitting a vape. And he's telling me donuts aren't healthy for you. You rely on flavored air to live. I don't think a donut is your biggest worry. Why do schools get upgraded as soon as you leave? Like while you're going there, it'll look like Gotham City, but the moment you leave, they turn it into a 5-star hotel. The school I used to go to didn't even have air conditioning when I was there. So there would be days where it was over 90 degrees outside and it felt like a sauna inside the classroom. There'd be sweat dripping down from my back to my crack and it would be awful. But just the other day, I drove by the school again for the first time in a while, and originally, I thought I was in the wrong area because they turned my old school into the Taj Mahal. Where'd they get all this money from? Back when I was there, they had mold coming out the ceilings and they took 3 months to fix it. Kids were getting sick left and right, but they didn't care. Fast forward a couple years, and now they have enough money to have a Chick-fil-A in the school? Was I the problem? A drop of rain just hit my head, so I'm running over to my short friend's house right now to let him know that it's gonna start raining for him in a couple minutes. I'm really scared because whenever it rains more than 4 inches, there's a risk of him drowning. I just got a birthday card from my aunt, so let's open it and see what's inside. Happy birthday, Tyler. I love you so much. Aw, thanks, Auntie. Failing a test in high school feels so different from failing a test in college because whenever I would get a bad grade in my high school class, I thought my life was over. I would study all night just to make sure I didn't get a C. But when I got to college, that all changed. Because after about a month, whenever I would take a test, I would try to go for a C. I didn't even bother taking notes or studying in class anymore. I would just use TurboLearn because this app would let me convert my notes into podcasts so I could study them while turning my brain off. And then when the test came, I would just hope for the best. I got my results back from a test in college once and I was smiling so big, so my friend said, "Oh, you must have done good, huh? What'd you get?" 72%. I used to do whatever it took to get A's in high school, and I would even be sad with an A-, but in college, I just use AI to take all my notes for me, and I'm happy if I get a C. I can't believe how much my standards have dropped. Why is it so hard to understand when a girl is flirting with you? Because one time in school, we had to do a group project, but I didn't have a partner, so this girl came quickly up to me and asked if I wanted to be her partner. So I said, sure, and then she said, great, let's work at my house today. So I went to her house, and when she opened the door, she told me that she was home alone. So we were in the kitchen working on the project, and then she starts putting cherry lip gloss on, and she says, this lip gloss tastes so good. And I was like, oh really? And she's like, yeah, do you want to taste it? You would think it's obvious of what she's trying to do, right? Well, apparently not to me, because my response was, oh, no thanks. I'm not that big of a fan of cherries. But after I said that, she was a little bit quiet, and I didn't know why, because I genuinely thought she was just asking if I wanted to try her lip gloss on. But anyways, we keep working on the project, and then out of nowhere randomly, she asked if I'm looking for a relationship. And I said, yeah, I would love to be in one. Then she says, me too. And I was so stupid that I responded with, damn, looks like we're both alone. And I laughed after saying this because I still didn't take the hint. But then like 20 minutes later, I leave and I don't think of this interaction ever again. Until the other day when I was at the store and I saw cherry lip gloss, and it made me think, why did she ask me if I wanted to try her lip gloss on when she knows I'm a dude? Obviously, I would never wear that because it's red. But then my heart sank and it hit me and I was like, she was flirting with me. And the worst part is that she was a beautiful girl. I just never thought she would want anything to do with me, so I didn't think anything of it. But yeah, it sucks because I'm still alone. Maybe I should hit her up. No, I couldn't do that. This is so disgusting. My dog keeps farting while I'm trying to eat, and now all my food tastes like seasoned farts. I'm not even kidding. The food even smells like farts now. The fumes from his farts are literally attaching to the food. His gas is literally making my eyes water. Imagine that fart spray that used to be popular. This literally smells like it, but 10 times worse. It's like eating a fart. This sucks. I love Wingstop, but I don't know if I could eat this, and it's so expensive. My phone is literally fogging up from his farts. I need to open a window. What did you eat? I got these new shoes yesterday, but every time I run in them, they make this really weird sound. Here, I'll show you. I got these new shoes yesterday, but every time I run in them, they make this really weird sound. Here, I'll show you. Hey, do you guys mind if I put on some ASMR sounds to help me sleep? No? Okay, cool. I'm gonna do it right now. Wobbly, wiggly, wobbly, wiggly, wobbly, wiggly. Ooh. I said that I'm deaf on my Uber profile, so the drivers don't try talking to me, but I just got out of an Uber, and because the guy thought I couldn't hear anything, he just started farting really loud. Even if I was really deaf, I could still smell! And I think his farts are giving me pink eye. I accidentally just cut this guy off while driving, so he sped up right next to me, and I thought he was either gonna flip me off or curse at me, but instead, he just did this. I made a video saying I stole this bee and I wasn't gonna give him back because we're friends now, but I think that made the rest of them mad because today, I got stung by one of his friends. I'll give him back, I promise. Please just stop. I told the bees I would give them their friend back if they agreed to stop stinging me, but it's been a couple days now, and I realized he's pretty cool, and now he's my best friend, so I'm not giving him back anymore. Sorry. Does anyone else have a friend you hated before you became friends? Like they were your biggest enemy, yet now you can't live without them. Because one of my best friendships started like this in middle school when he was dating a girl I had a crush on. I was obviously jealous of him, so I just naturally didn't like the guy. And he knew that, so he didn't like me either. But then we got put together for a group project one day, and it all changed because at first, my plan was to not do any of it and force him to do the whole thing because I didn't like him. But then the teacher made us sit next to each other in class to work on it. And after being together for about 5 minutes, I was like, damn, I hate to admit it, but this guy's pretty sick. I didn't want to like him, but he was cool. So I got over my ego and realized I never had a chance with that girl anyway. And from that point on, we were best friends. Does anyone else have a friend that lived super close to school but was always late? I don't even understand how this is possible because I knew someone whose house was across the street from school. Like you could literally see it from the inside of our classroom. And the teacher knew he lived there. So whenever he wasn't on time to class, all of us, including the teacher, would just stare outside the window at his house and wait to see how long it took him to go through his front door and walk to class. The kid hated living this close though because since he was late so often, he would always try to make excuses for it, but none of it would work because he would be like, oh, sorry, I'm late. I had a dentist appointment. Then the teacher would go, we literally all just saw you walk from your house to this classroom 5 seconds ago. We know you're lying. I don't know why he took it for granted so much though. If I lived that close to school, I would have just crawled from my bed to class. Does anyone else have a rich friend that doesn't realize how rich they are? Because I know a person like this, and I went to his house one time, which was already super nice. But when I got there, he was giving me a tour of the place, and eventually we made it to the backyard. But in the backyard, there was a separate house. So I was like, dang, you guys even have a guest house? But then he was like, huh? No, we don't. So then I went, well, whose house is that? And I pointed to it. But you know what his response was? Oh, you're talking about the doghouse. The what? Then he goes, yeah, that's where the dog spends a lot of his time. Brother, that dog has a bigger house than my family of 5. And then he has the audacity to say, well, don't you have a doghouse for your dog? Yeah, we do have a doghouse. Not a full estate. So of course, I did the only logical thing you could do in this situation, and I asked if I could be their new pet. Like, I'll bark and play fetch all you want if you let me chill in the house. That dog better be paying rent. The worst part about growing up is the fact that your mom doesn't book your doctor's appointments anymore because I'm super sick right now and I need to go to the doctor's, but I don't know how to make an appointment. So I'm either just gonna sit here until I get better or pass away. Hi, I'm Tyler Vitelli. I was nominated by my mom to do the Get a Job Challenge, but unfortunately, I will not be participating. Instead, I will be doubling it and giving it to the next person. I nominate everyone watching the video. Hi, I'm Tyler Vitelli. I was nominated by my mom to do the Get a Job challenge, but unfortunately, I will not be participating. Instead, I will be doubling it and giving it to the next person. I nominate everyone watching the video. Can someone tell me why when I opened this new tub of peanut butter, there was a hole inside it? I haven't even used it yet. It just came like this. I mean, I'm still gonna eat it, but... Tyler, you have no drip. Tyler, you have no style. Oh yeah? Well, I just got the new designer Balenciaga outfit. So who has no drip now, huh? When I say I want a McFlurry with extra Oreos, this is what I mean. To the employee who made this, you deserve a raise. No, you deserve a kiss. Come here. This is my impression of a fish when you throw it back in the water after catching it. Nobody talks about how scary it is to be friends with someone that collects embarrassing pictures of you. Because just the other day, I FaceTimed my friend, but when he answered, he told me that he was hanging out with this girl that I knew he liked. And she could hear me. So to mess with him, I said, oh, okay, I'll let you guys hang out and FaceTime you later. I just wanted you to know that I got you the rash cream you were asking me for. Just let me know when you want me to bring it over. And then I hung up after saying that. But this was a big mistake because a couple hours later, I see that he posted something on his story. So I click on it, and what is it? This picture! I don't even remember him taking this. This is why I need to keep a straight face at all times. Someone pulled a fire alarm at the mall, so everyone's leaving, which means there's gonna be no workers inside Wetzel's Pretzels, so I'm going to get some for free. I got them. Why are fashion trends so weird? Like, tell me why I just saw a video where this guy was wearing pants with a pee stain on them. So this girl got his attention and was like, hey, I don't want to embarrass you, but I think you might have peed yourself. And he looks down at his pants and starts laughing. The girl asks what's funny, and the man goes, I didn't pee myself. The pants come like this. So then she goes, what do you mean? And he tells her he bought the pants with the stain on them. But when the girl asks why, he says, cause it's fashion. Dog, that's not fashion. That's first grade after you drink too much water at recess. So then I looked it up, and they literally do sell these pants online that come with a pee stain on them. People will literally buy anything these days. Choosing to have pee stains on your pants is literally almost as bad as wearing jorts. That's still the worst one. Why are fashion trends so weird? Like, tell me why I just saw a video where this guy was wearing pants with a pee stain on them. So this girl got his attention and was like, hey, I don't want to embarrass you, but I think you might have peed yourself. And he looks down at his pants and starts laughing. The girl asks what's funny, and the man goes, I didn't pee myself. The pants come like this. So then she goes, what do you mean? And he tells her he bought the pants with the stain on them. But when the girl asks why, he says, cause it's fashion. Dog, that's not fashion. That's first grade after you drink too much water at recess. So then I looked it up, and they literally do sell these pants online that come with a pee stain on them. People will literally buy anything these days. Choosing to have pee stains on your pants is literally almost as bad as wearing jorts. That's still the worst one. I'm currently watching 3 homeless people give each other flu shots in an alley. It's so nice that they care about their health even though they're homeless. Oh wait, those aren't flu shots, never mind. Apparently, if you wear one of these safety vests, you can go wherever you want, because I was just at McDonald's, but when I walked in, the worker was like, oh, are you here to fix the air conditioning? No, I'm here for a Big Mac. Apparently, if you wear one of these safety vests, you can go wherever you want, because I was just at McDonald's, but when I walked in, the worker was like, oh, are you here to fix the air conditioning? No, I'm here for a Big Mac. Can someone tell me why all the emojis on my phone look weird now? Because I updated my phone last night, but when I turned it on this morning, all of them look super different. Please help me, they're scaring me. No matter how hard I try to please others, it's never enough. I work and I work and I work, and what do I get out of it? Nothing. I give up. Did I just get back from a very sad funeral? Yes. But did they have free food there? Yes, sir! I just saw the most beautiful girl ever at the gym, and I really wanted to talk to her. So to get her attention, I did this. I just saw the most beautiful girl ever at the gym, and I really wanted to talk to her. So to get her attention, I did this. I just found $50 on the ground, so now that I'm rich, I would just like to let all my day ones know that I will be switching up on you. Don't call me, don't text me, I will not answer. My family's having guests over at the house right now, so I really don't want to leave my room, but all the food is out there and I'm super hungry, so I don't know what to do. I've decided to just have sleep for dinner. Tyler, give us a fit check. Tyler, we want to see your outfit. Fine, here you go. You like it? To the vegans who were protesting in the middle of the street today causing traffic, you guys made me late for the movies. So because of that, I ordered double the amount of chicken I was going to just to cancel out the meat that you don't eat. To the vegans who were protesting in the middle of the street today causing traffic, you guys made me late for the movies. So because of that, I ordered double the amount of chicken I was going to just to cancel out the meat that you don't eat. A random kid walked up to me today and asked me to sign this notebook, so I was like, sure. But then he said he didn't have a pen and instead I should just keep it for myself. It looks kind of creepy, but I think I'm just gonna use it as a journal. The air conditioning in my car broke, but it's 95 degrees outside today, and I have to drive 2 hours to get home. I'm not gonna make it! I made a video about how people are screenshotting my face whenever I look really stupid and making it their profile picture. But today, someone told me to check out my profile picture on the website Famous Birthdays. So I did. And what is this? Even Famous Birthdays is screenshotting my face when I look ugly and making it a profile picture. But the worst part is, I can't even change it. I don't have control over that. When is this gonna stop? A random guy just saw me wearing this Messi jersey, so he asked if I played soccer. And I didn't want to sound like a fraud, so I said yes. But then he responded by saying, okay, awesome. I need 2 more guys for my pickup game tomorrow, so you're on my team now. And I just said okay because I was scared. But I'm not actually good at soccer, so what do I do? I guess this is just what happens when you wear jerseys like this. Lucky for you guys, Adidas and MLS are celebrating 10 iconic clubs with jersey designs that connect to each club's past. So if you guys want to get random opportunities like I just did, go to the link in my bio and get yourself some gear. Why are people editing my face onto pictures of random families? At first I thought it was just that one post, but then I started scrolling through my tags and it's everywhere. I don't even understand why this is happening and why does it look so real? This one pretty much looks like my dad. I ain't even gonna say nothing about this one. Why are people editing my face onto pictures of random families? At first I thought it was just that one post, but then I started scrolling through my tags and it's everywhere. I don't even understand why this is happening. And why does it look so real? This one pretty much looks like my dad. I ain't even gonna say nothing about this one. To the person who's responsible for making these trail mix bags, why are you so stingy with the M&Ms? Because I just opened up a new bag and there was only 2. But also, why do you put so many raisins? No one likes them. An old man just came up to me while I was on the swings and he gave me a weird look and then said, aren't you a little old to be at a children's playground? So I paused for a second and then I was like, wait, I shouldn't be here, huh? But this is the only place that has swings, so where else do I go? I just got a really weird message written on my coffee from the person who made it, and I don't know whether I should be scared or laughing, because I'm pretty sure they recognize me from social media, and look what they wrote on it. Oil up Tyler. I don't even want to drink this no more. I just got a super creepy DM from someone saying, get out of my house. So I was like, what are you talking about? I'm not in your house. But then they sent me a picture and my videos are playing on their refrigerator. How do you even do this? What's next? Are you gonna start watching me on your microwave? I need this fridge. My car just got hit by this lady and I was super angry at first, but then I saw her get out of her vehicle and she was gorgeous. So she apologized and I was like, oh, it's okay. It's not that bad, but I should get your phone number for insurance or something, right? And guess what? She gave it to me. I may have to pay $1,000 to get this repaired, but hey, a win is a win. My car just got hit by this lady and I was super angry at first, but then I saw her get out of her vehicle and she was gorgeous. So she apologized and I was like, oh, it's okay. It's not that bad, but I should get your phone number for insurance or something, right? And guess what? She gave it to me. I may have to pay $1,000 to get this repaired, but hey, a win is a win. I just got catcalled for the first time ever while being in Vegas, and it made me feel so good that after about 5 minutes, I purposely went out of my way just to walk by them again, hoping that they would keep hyping me up. I understand that girls don't like being catcalled because some guys can be creepy, but as a dude, this is the best feeling ever! I just found out that I'm a Nepo baby because I was at a restaurant last night, but randomly after I finished my meal, the waitress brought me a slice of lava cake. So I said, oh, sorry, I didn't order this. It must have been another table. But she was like, no, the cake is free. So I was confused, but I ate it anyways. And as I was getting ready to leave, I get the receipt for the meal and I see that on the back of it, there's a note that says, tell your mom, Laura says hi. Apparently she was my mom's childhood friend. I can't believe people complain about being Nepo babies. This is awesome. I just tried showing my real personality to a girl for the first time, and the first thing she asked after doing that was, do I have autism? Never doing that again. I just got back from my friend's wedding, but right when it started, this girl in a big white dress came walking down the aisle because apparently he was marrying her and not me. What's the point anymore, man? If you're ever feeling embarrassed, just know that I was on a bus yesterday that didn't have any air conditioning and it was completely full. Like there were no open seats. But at one of the stops, this little kid got on the bus with his mom and said, Mommy, I want to sit down. But then she went, honey, there's no seats open right now. So trying to be a nice civilian, I say, oh, you can take my seat. And the kid looks excited for about a second until I stand up because then I hear him say, never mind, I don't want to sit there. So I glance back at the seat and what do I see? Butt sweat stains from me sitting there. Even I didn't want to sit back down now, so the seat was just left open with an imprint of my butt on it. Just put air conditioning on the buses, please. I asked my friend to take a picture of me the other day, but after he did it, he didn't send it to me until today. And when I finally received it, this is what I saw. I was trying to make it look like I was holding up the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but that's not even close. And then he was like, oh, well, we can just take it again. No, we can't. This was in Italy. I'm in America! I bought this blue drink because it looked like a shield potion from Fortnite, but after opening it, it smelled really weird. So I checked out the label, and it turns out this isn't a big pot, it's laundry detergent. I'm gonna need to get revived if I drink this. I just found out my brother's gonna have a baby, but I'm really nervous because we don't know the gender yet, so I don't know if I'm gonna be an aunt or an uncle. I really hope it's uncle. To the homeless man I just caught digging through my backpack for money while I was in the bathroom, let me know if you found anything in there, because I'm broke too. Like, you shouldn't have ran off, you should have told me, we could have looked together. I just found this money on the ground, but when I picked it up and turned it around, there was brown stuff on the other side and it smelled really bad, so I'm burning it. I don't think the brown part is even flammable. Someone stole a package I got delivered last night, so I emailed Amazon telling them about it, but they told me to send a picture of the stolen package to prove that I'm not lying. How am I supposed to do that? It's not there! Okay, Amazon, here's a picture of the stolen package. Obviously, as you can see, nothing is here because it got stolen. Someone stole a package I got delivered last night, so I emailed Amazon telling them about it, but they told me to send a picture of the stolen package to prove that I'm not lying. How am I supposed to do that? It's not there! Okay, Amazon, here's a picture of the stolen package. Obviously, as you can see, nothing is here because it got stolen! Someone left a creepy note on my car, and at first, I thought it was gonna say that they crashed into me or something. But then I picked it up, and you know what it says? I buy junk cars. Call me if you would like to sell. You think this is just a junk car to me? Bro, this is all I got! I just got a DM from someone telling me that they're getting bullied at school, and they asked me if I had any advice. So I was like, yeah, just try your best to ignore them. But then they were like, well, that's kind of hard because I go to online school. So I was like, wait, how are you getting bullied if you go to online school? And then they were like, well, you see, my bully is actually my mom. I ain't no Dr. Phil, kid. I can't help you with that one. I just got a DM from someone telling me that they're getting bullied at school, and they asked me if I had any advice. So I was like, yeah, just try your best to ignore them. But then they were like, well, that's kind of hard because I go to online school. So I was like, wait, how are you getting bullied if you go to online school? And then they were like, well, you see, my bully is actually my mom. I ain't no Dr. Phil, kid. I can't help you with that one. I accidentally spilled apple juice all over my phone, so it's super sticky now and I don't want to touch it, but I tried wiping it down with a damp paper towel and that didn't get the stickiness out. So can someone please tell me how to fix this? I just Googled all the symptoms of the sickness I've been having the past few days, and based off everything I just read, it looks like I'm either pregnant or on my period. I didn't know either of those things could happen. I was watching a bunch of motivational videos last night and they hyped me up so much that I set my alarm for 5 a.m. this morning because I was gonna go on a run. Well, now it's 5 a.m. and I have no idea what I was thinking last night. I'm going back to bed. I've always wanted to know if I can sing, and my mom just told me I have a great voice, so I'm gonna try it out. Here we go. If I ever become rich, I won't tell anyone, but there will be signs. Whenever I'm having a bad day, I just calm myself down by having a pack of bubbles. When life gets tough, sometimes you just need a little something to take the edge off. Have you ever met an old person that listens to Gen Z music? Because I was on the bus the other day and I saw this man that couldn't have been any younger than like 112. Like, I would not have been surprised if he saw the Titanic sink IRL. But he had these wired headphones in his ears. So of course, out of curiosity, I was thinking, what would a man of his age be listening to? A 10-hour video of TV static? I wasn't sure. So I tried figuring it out, and obviously, old people don't have the best hearing, so his music was playing pretty loud, so I leaned a little bit closer to try to listen to it, and I heard a faint noise through his headphones that sounded like this. At first, I was like, wait, is this man listening to what I think he's listening to? So I leaned a little closer, and after a few seconds, I was able to confirm that this man was listening to Playboi Carti. At his age, I feel like if I tried listening to Playboi Carti after the age of 50, I would have a heart attack. I ain't judging. I'm just wondering who showed this music to him. Have you ever been telling your mom a story and then you accidentally say something illegal you did? Like, me and my friends were hanging out one time, and when I got back home, my mom asked how it went. So I started telling her details about what we did that day, but I messed up because I told her we went swimming. But I was the only one of my friends that had a pool, and we weren't at my house, so my mom was like, wait, if you weren't swimming here, where were you? And then without thinking, I just told her, oh, we just hopped the gate at school and we went in the pool there. Right when those words left my mouth, I realized I just admitted that we trespassed onto school property. So before she could even get a word in, I was like, oh wait,
That's not what happened, actually. My friend has a cousin, and we went in his pool. But my mom ain't stupid. She knew exactly what we did. I'm always yapping myself into crimes. Have you ever done so bad on a test that you apologize to the teacher? Like, I remember during my final one year, the teacher did everything in her power to make sure everyone did good on the test. She gave us a bunch of study guides, so she really wanted everyone to pass. But unfortunately, this was chemistry class, and I'm no Walter White. I was awful at chemistry. No matter how much teaching she did, I just could not understand it. So when the final came around, I literally left half of the test blank because I didn't know how to answer any of the questions. But I felt so bad because of how much effort the teacher put into preparing us. So when I turned my test in, I literally wrote on the front page, "I'm sorry, I tried my best," with a frowny face. The next day, she pulled me to the side and asked me what she could have done better to prepare me for the test, and I literally had to say, "It's not you, it's me," because that was the truth.
You know how when you're playing Kahoot in class, people make their names on it super inappropriate because they think it's funny? Well, I do not recommend doing that because one time we had a substitute teacher and she said we were gonna be playing Kahoot. So everyone got super excited. But when you have a sub, people love to mess around because they think there's no consequences. So when it was time to put our names in Kahoot, everyone was making it something super inappropriate. But she didn't even notice until we actually started playing the game. And the person that was in first place was named Jenna Talia. So when the game ended and Jenna won, the teacher went, "Wow, good job, Jenna Talia." The moment she said those words out loud, everyone laughed and she finally realized what she just said. Then she started looking at the other names and noticed that they were all inappropriate like that. So she snitched on our whole class to our normal teacher, and the next day, it was awful. Nobody talks about how embarrassing it is to order at a restaurant that has weird names for their food. I was eating at one of those millennial burger places the other day where everything is overpriced, but as I was reading the menu, one specific burger caught my eye. It had bacon and grilled onions, so I knew that was the one I wanted to get. Except there was one problem. It was called the Good Boy Burger. How do you expect me to look the waiter in the eye and say, "Hi, can I get the Good Boy Burger?" "Yeah, with extra freak sauce, please." I was in front of my family. I can't say that. But I really wanted that specific burger. So when the waiter came and asked what I would like, I just pointed to it on the menu, but he couldn't see it. So then I just said, "What's the burger with bacon and grilled onions?" And then he goes, "Oh, you're talking about the Good Boy Burger, huh?" Then I go, "Yeah, that's the one." And as he was writing it down, I saw a little smirk on his face. These places know what they're doing. Is it just me, or is anyone else's family still eating leftovers from last Thanksgiving? Because my mom made so much food last year that even though it's been 9 months, we're still eating it. Nobody talks about how scary it is when your friend that takes forever to respond to your text finally texts you back. Because when this happens, you literally have 5 minutes to say something back to them before they stop responding until next year. One time my friend texted me saying he had something super important to tell me, but I didn't respond for like 30 minutes because I was busy. So by the time I saw the text, I texted him back saying, "Yeah, what do you need to tell me?" But I was too slow and he didn't text back for 3 days. Then when he finally did, he was like, "Oh, I forgot what I was gonna tell you." Like, I don't know if my friend just thinks I'm a girl on his roster or something, but he always does this. At this point, it would be faster if I just wrote him a letter and had a pigeon fly over to him. Now that I think about it, we should start doing that again, actually. Does anyone else have a friend that tries to make everything you say dirty? Like, you could be talking about puppies and they'll still find a way to say something freaky. Because I was at the gym one time with my friend and I was deadlifting, but I was doing way more weight than I should have. So when I tried lifting it up, I hurt something in my back. Right when this happened, I immediately dropped the weight and grabbed my back. So my friend was like, "Bro, what's wrong?" But this is where I messed up because I said, "My back. I think I blew out my back." And instead of being like, "Oh my gosh, how can I help?" he just starts laughing and goes, "Oh yeah? Did it feel good when you got your back blown out?" Keep in mind, I am literally unable to move because of how bad this hurt. But all this man could think of is to make a joke about it. I can't even judge him though.